Dear Majola, it's wonderful to see the journey you've been on in the last 2 years since you came to the valley and the farm in the Free State, Eastern Free State. You were a brilliant young man, a musician, but you carried a lot of anger about how people are treated because of their sexual orientation, anger about the betrayal of the promises that were made in 1994 to deliver a better life to our people. And I think that anger was leading to intense dissatisfaction with life. And so I think that starting that journey in the Eastern Free State, you understood that life is a lot more than just this body, our emotions, our mind, and intellect. And you started to spend time with yourself in the stillness of the spirit. And that valley, because of its deep spiritual energy, generated something else to happen inside of yourself, the journey within. And I remember the day you came back from sitting on the mountain and talking to your ancestors, and you said the mountain spoke to you and said that you should go back to where your ancestors come from because they are calling on you. And the mountains there were expecting you to come back. And that's what you did. And that was a start of a journey that led to a fundamental transformation of you as a person and understanding who you are, why you are here, and what it means to be human. And your ancestors have called you now back to the land, to heal the land, to heal the family, to heal the community, because of the terrible things that have happened in the history of colonization or apartheid or even slavery across the whole of Africa and the whole of the developing world. But the land calling has a very significant meaning in life, because ultimately this physical reality that we are a reflection of Mother Earth, which has the nutrients that gives us life, that allows us to grow food, that sustains us and gives us this body. Between the physical food that we eat, the water that we eat, and the nutrients that come from the soil, which is a living organism in itself. So you've begun to see that we have to go back to the land. We have to find communion with the land. We have to see the land as a consecrated space, that we are part of nature. We're not apart from nature. And I think your grandfather, Arthur Buti, is calling you specifically to heal the lineage of the family and to heal all the conflicts that have surrounded that region of the Eastern Cape and Queenstown. So you have a very special purpose in life, reconnecting with the soil, dealing with the fundamental notion of how we treat the soil and work with it in a way that sustains us in our lives, but also about healing the wound that South Africa faces. And I encourage not just yourself, but all young people to look at that land and see that it connects us to who we are, where we've come from. And it gives us a lot of pride and courage so that we don't believe that we now don't have a history before the 500 years of living under the shadow of colonization, of brutal exploitation, and of apartheid. So the land is the center of our existence, it's the center of our survival, it's the center of our relationship with Mother Earth. And we should be looking at how we get back to how our ancestors worked with the land. Not with chemicals, but with organic way of growing things, of ways of agriculture that regenerate the land, that regenerate the natural environment, that bring us back to living in communion with Mother Nature and seeing our connection with everything that exists, from the tree to the stream to the mountain to the plants to the animals. And that's what Ubuntu is. Ubuntu is I am because we are, not just among human beings, but between all the living things we share our beautiful planet with. So I wish you the best on your journey. I wish your journey will inspire many millions of young people to see that you can control and determine your voice, your experience, your destiny, and your struggles to heal ourselves as human beings, to heal our relationship with Mother Earth, and ultimately to heal everything that exists on this planet. So thank you. Thank you for taking this journey. Thank you for the hard work and the courage you're displaying in taking this narrative and message to as wide an audience as we possibly can.